Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I'm going to tell you guys a few stories about what it was like growing up in Bristol, Connecticut, and some of the things I've been through. So I got some really good stories for you guys. I hope you guys are ready for some funny shit, some pretty tragic events, and all around, it's got everything in it. So we're going to get into some wild stories tonight. Kimberly, thank you for buying the membership. I appreciate you. Rah rah, what's up? Ronan, how are you? Definitely, man. I'm 100% recovered. I'm not in recovery. I've recovered. Richard, what's up? Maureen, how are you? Ass Pipe, how are you? Ass Pipe, Gasso. Bruno, how are you? Sonny Grasso. Make sure you guys go check out Sonny Grasso. Staxx Attack. A lot of people have been saying that lately. Staxx Attack. I like that. Pain Like Bane. How are you? So I got a special guest is going to be joining me in a little bit. But for now, I'm going to tell you some of my personal stories on what it was like growing up in Bristol. And I have pictures to go with things. I got receipts on everything I'm going to tell you. So I was born and raised in Bristol. I was born in 79 in May. I'm a Gemini. First day is Gemini. So we moved around a lot when I was real young. The first school I went to was O'Connell School on Park Street in Bristol. I went there when I was in first grade. Me and my cousin got in a lot of trouble there. We were beating kids up, and it was not good. I ended up getting suspended a lot, and they held me back a grade. They let my cousin go ahead of me, and then we ended up moving. So I switched schools, and I went from O'Connell to Southside, and I went to that school for a while. I graduated from that school, and then from that school, that was this school. So I was getting in a lot of trouble at this school. Getting suspended a lot. One time, me and my brother and a bunch of our friends went to the school and egged it, and we got caught. You know, you're telling other people on what you did, and we got caught. So I lived in the projects right down the street from the school. These were them. This isn't the exact house, but looked similar. But they didn't look like this back in the day. They looked not so upkept. It looked like that, but without new siding on them. So we had little rooms in the basement. And here I got a picture of myself with the class when I was a young kid. Here you go. So that's me in the middle doing the peace sign. I mean, everyone's doing the peace sign, but that's me. So we get caught egging the school one time, and our punishment is we got to pick up rocks out of the field. So we're just picking them up, throwing them behind our heads. We're not taking anything serious. Reality Report, how are you? So growing up in these projects, I wouldn't really consider them, but they were projects. Like there were people, low income people there. There were less than savory characters in there that lived there, and there was a lot of things always going on. Like one time, there was a one of the kids that lived there. I'm not going to say his name. He's still out there. He knows who he is. He would go around and put a hose in people's basements and flood their basements while they were at work. Like why you would do something like that, I don't know. So I grew up in damn, it's not working. I grew up in these ones, but right down the street, probably a block, A block away were these projects. And this is Union Street. And back in the day, these were notorious projects. There was a lot of drug dealing there. There were shootings. There was a lot going on. And back in the day, they had 1, 2, 3. There was 4 buildings, I believe, back in the day. And one day, we see smoke, right? So everyone runs over there. Like, you have to go cut through this fence and cut through a yard and go across the street. And there was like a little divider, and you go down the embankment, and then the projects were right there. So we all run over there, and the whole building is on fire. And these are pretty big buildings. I don't know if you can tell from that picture, but they're pretty big. They're only one level or two, 2 stories. But one of them was like a blaze. It was on fire like crazy. So people got displaced, and I think after that fire, a lot of things got really bad over there. And it was crazy. So I used to go over there and buy 40s and things like that. But I was a young kid. I was like 12 years old, probably younger. And I'm not even in middle school yet. And I was doing this type of stuff. And I'd be going over there. There'd be spray paint all over the walls, music playing, people hanging all outside. It was an intimidating place when I was a young kid, but I really didn't care. I never really had fear like that. And so I would go over there and get whatever they needed. I'd run back to the projects. And, you're doing this for the older people in the other projects. So I didn't give a shit. So eventually I started going to middle school. And this is the school that I went to, the Boulevard. And if you see on the right side, there's an auditorium on the right. You see how it's like a block, and then on the right there's an auditorium, and in the basement of the right side there's a gym. They had a pool in the school and all kinds of stuff. So they remodeled it. Now it's like a performing arts school. So I started going here, and we would go to a 7-Eleven before school, steal candy and things like that. We'd go under a bridge right by there and smoke a lot of weed. And then we would go to school. And so, time's going by. And one day, we're all at recess out here. We used to have recess right in the back. But we only used to be able to stand where the concrete is. We couldn't go in the grass where the field is. We used to have to just be right there where the concrete is and just stand around and talk and things like that. So there's a big commotion, and right on the other side, there's a street, and it's called Willis Street. It's like goes really far up. It goes like up a mountain. And there was an oil truck, and the oil truck lost its brakes and started going down the hill, lost his brakes. And the guy, I don't know what he was thinking, but he didn't crash it. He could have crashed into somebody's house. He could have cut the wheel and overturned the truck, but it was full of fuel. I'm not sure what kind of fuel was in it, but it was full of fuel, and it ended up going all the way down to the end and crashing. It went through a fence, over a river, and smashed into a brick wall. And it killed him instantly. The guy was killed. And that was while we were all outside at recess. It was insane. That happened twice. So by this time, I'm really getting involved with some stupid shit. I'm hanging out with some people I probably shouldn't have been hanging out with. I was used to hang out with older people. They started smoking weed and doing things like that. And I'm young, so I start trying new things, you know. So this is the first time I really started getting involved with these people. So I meet them over there at the other projects, and we buy a bunch of crazy horses, 40s, and we drink them. Now, I'm not used to this type of shit by this time in my life. I'm a young kid, and there's a school dance that night, and we're all drinking, and these people that I'm with don't go to this school, but I'm supposed to be going to this dance. So I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go to the dance, right? So I go to the dance, and I'm like, really, I'm out of my mind at this point. Like, I took some other illicit drugs at this time, and I'm in 7th grade. And on the right side, I told you there's an auditorium on the door on the right. So that's where they were letting the kids into the dance. And I'm in the parking lot on that right side where that parking lot is, and I'm sitting over there on the stairs, and like everything's spinning. It's all like everything's spinning. I couldn't handle the things that I was doing at this point in my life. You know, you think you can when you're a young kid, but I couldn't handle it. And there was police officers sitting outside that door, the door on the right, and they were checking people's wristbands and things like that. So I come stumbling up, right? And I'm thinking I'm just gonna get in there, and they're not gonna notice that I'm half in the bag or all the way in the bag at this point. So I end up walking up, and I try to get in the building, and the cop grabs me. He grabs me. Where you going? I'm like, what? And they must have known. So he grabs me, and he makes me stand over there, right? With all the other, they like put me on the side, and everyone's getting released from the dance, and I'm standing over there on the side, and he's like asking me questions, and they already knew something was up. So definitely was. So they're like, we're gonna call your parents. So they end up calling my mother, right? She shows up, and I'm standing there with the cop. And she comes up in front of the cops and grabs me, snatches me up, starts slapping me in the fucking head. And the cop goes, no, 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 stop. They stopped her. She was like going to town, like slapping the shit out of me. And they're like, wait till you get home. And I'm like, damn, I'm screwed. So I went home, and I caught an ass whooping for that one. You know, I got in trouble. But at this point, I really didn't care. So they were going to keep me back a grade. I don't even know if I got kept back a grade back then. But so by this point, I'm getting in a lot of trouble. I'm already in different, you know, they put me in different places. And I'm starting to escalate the trouble that I'm getting into. So then I get to this place, Bristol Central High School. Now, this is the same high school that Aaron Hernandez went to. I'm 10 years older than him. So I know a lot of people that he was really cool with. I didn't know him really good. Had a few interactions. And I knew Carlos pretty good. Hey, we got a trash bag in the building. Let's handle business. Raise your hand. Yeah. Have fun down there. It's your buddies. Cool. So by this point, I'm starting to escalate things, right? And I'm out with my friends one time. We end up stealing a car, and we're driving all over the town recklessly. We get into a couple high-speed chases. We're playing like tag with the cars, and hey, we got another one. Hey, it's no big deal, man. My finger doesn't get tired. Hey, see ya. We got a lot of haters in the building, but it's okay. We take care of those. Hey, how many flushes we got tonight? That was number 2. Hey, Steve knows what's up. He was there. Central High School, the shooting range in the basement. What's up, Will? What's good, man? Hey, we got another one. Don't worry, I don't get tired, bro. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Hey. Yeah. These people are really on it tonight, huh? They're gonna have to keep making new accounts. I got rid of them. Keep it coming. So we're driving these stolen cars, right? Adolf, to the bathroom you go. You can join your little friends down there, right? Your little turd friends. These people are relentless tonight, but it's cool. They're gonna have to make a whole lot of accounts. It's all good. I'm gonna have to hand out some wrenches. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that right now. So you guys can help me put them in the bathroom. Ain't fucking around. Hey, we got another one. I'm glad you guys love me so much, man. It's not gonna work. It's not. I'm getting all kinds of attention, right? Hey, it's cool. He had the shooting gallery, right? The shitbag gallery. Have you guys met before, Ori? I know I'm getting all kinds of attention tonight, right? It's crazy. But hey, they don't want the stories to be known. But trust me, they're coming out. I don't give a shit. Maybe they're in them, you know? Maybe they just don't want me to tell them. But they're getting told. I don't give a fuck. Might make somebody look bad, but it is what it is. Whether it's me or the other people, I really don't care. Might make somebody so bad. It is what it is. Whether it's me or the other. I don't mind because they don't matter. It's mind over matter. You guys already know what it is. So anyway, we're in these stolen cars, right? What's up, Staxx? Any memberships floating around? Yes. Matter of fact, I'll write your name down. I'm gonna get that going. I've been working on it all day trying to figure it out, and I will. I'll get you guys some memberships. Big shout out to my cousin. Man, I can't pronounce that, bro. Dirty Harry. Yeah, Dirty Harry's getting a membership if I could figure it out. So we're in these stolen cars, right? We're chasing each other. By this point, I joined the gang already, right? And we crash. Well, I'm in the front car. They crash the car in back of me, and we pick everyone up, right? And I'm driving. We drive from Bristol and get into Terryville. And there's a place called the Marsh where you drive across like this marshy land. This marsh. It's like a drop off on one side with a little waterfall, and then it's a lake on the right. So we're driving on that, and we pull over. I pull over, and the car is full of people. And I get out of the car, and I'm taking a piss, and a cop pulls up. Boom! I get arrested, and that was a shitty time. So there's that time, and then there's another time. There was a whole bunch of times, but the other time I told you guys about that story where I was driving in East Hartford, and We were visiting somebody. We're driving around this block, and these cops sees us in the car. They see the rear windows busted out. We used to steal cars every single day. It used to be like our pastime. So, and back then you could pump the gas first and then drive away. Like you could pump the gas first, then pay, and then drive away. You didn't have to pay first. So we would do that a lot. We'd pump the gas, then we'd be like, we're looking for something in the car, and then we just peel out. They would call the cops, and if the cops spotted us on the highway, we used to be like, it's kind of weird, but we used to be on the highway and be like, yip, yip, yip. And we used to flash the lights at people, and people would pull to the side of the road, and we would just be flying down the highway. So reckless. Like I think of it now, and it was really reckless things for me to do. And I feel you, Staxx. We were young and dumb back in the day, 100%, man. I'm in New Haven now. Shout out to New Haven. I got some good people out there in New Haven. And so we're driving on Burnside Ave in East Hartford. And the cops start chasing us. We jump on the highway where we head towards Springfield. And I remember we went all the way across this 5-lane highway to take the exit to go towards Springfield. And we get on this back road, and this dude's like, yo, let me drive. He's probably watching too. He's like, let me drive. So I pull over and I let him drive. And I'm in the passenger seat, and I'm listening to the music. All of a sudden, I feel the car going. Brr. I look up, and he's like headed right into the back of this other car. And I'm like, yo, and he slams on the brakes. It's like skidding, and he cuts the wheel to the left, and it goes into the other lane, smash head on into a Volkswagen GTI. Total both cars. I got knocked out from the impact. He's out cold when I wake up. He's out cold. He's got like a cartoon sized knot in his forehead. The music's still playing. So I'm looking around, and I see people are starting to get out of their cars. But this is like a real rural area. It's like farmland type shit. And it's cold out. It was wintertime back then. And so I grabbed a screwdriver, and I'm trying to wake him up. I'm like, get up. We got to get out of here. Get up. So he starts to come to, and he gets out of the car, and all these people are standing outside of their car. If it was now, everyone would have had their cell phones out, and we would have been caught right then. But so what happens is we start running, and there's snowbanks on both sides of the road, and we're running right down the road. And there's fields. There's like fields on both sides. So there's like rows of trees and then fields. So we're running down the road. All these people are yelling for us to stop. There's someone else in the other car, but we didn't care about that. And we're running down the road. We end up cutting off into a field, and we're running through the field. We get to a line of trees. We cut through there, and there's a little stream. We trudge through the stream. I'm soaking wet. Get to the other side. And then we come up on a road, and there's farmhouses. So we run up to this farmhouse, and we run up to the door, and my friend's like, I'm going to break the window, and we're going to take them keys and get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, nah, man, because I didn't want to escalate the situation. I was trying to just get a ride, go meet our people, and figure it out from there. But he wanted to just keep it going and like escalate everything. And I'm like, nah, man, nah. So I told him, nah, let's not do that. So we went to the next house. There was an old man working on a truck. And he's sitting down like on a bucket working on a truck. And I have a big cut on my finger, and I got blood all over me. My friend's got a big knot on his head. I got scratches all over my head from hitting the windshield. I got blood all over my pants. I'm soaking wet. And we run up to this old man that's working on his truck. And I'm like, I got bit by a dog. Can I use your phone? And he's looking at me like, you fucking liar. He's looking at me like you're not telling the truth. Now, this is like an old Connecticut, old country town. And I'm not from that type of area, you know? And we don't fit in at all. I'm a white kid. This kid's black. He's older than me. He's probably like, he had to be in his early 20s. And I was 13. And so I'm asking the guy, can I use your phone? And he's looking at me like, and I'm thinking, why is he looking at me like that? And he's just like looking past me. And I look like this, and there's a cop with a gun, and he's like, don't move. And I'm like, damn. And I put my hands up. So they end up handcuffing us. They bring us over to the car, and they're asking us questions, and I'm not saying anything. And I remember they laid me on the car. They start going through my pockets, and I'm telling my friend, I'm gonna take I'm gonna take responsibility for everything. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. Why I was doing that, I don't know. But I thought I was like, you know, back then I thought I thought I was a gangster. I thought I was trying to be one. Definitely not cool. Like, I advise all these young kids, don't get into things like that. You don't have to throw your life away early. You can turn it around now. So yeah, I got bit by a dog driving a stolen car. But I wasn't near the crash site. We ran far. It was far. The farmhouses were pretty far away. And so they put us in the car, they bring us to the police station, they book us and all that, and then they bring us to court, right? And I'm very hostile when they bring me to court. I'm swearing at everybody, the people that are supposed to help us, the bondsmen, all them. I'm swearing at everybody. And the judge says, he ain't going nowhere. So this is the first real time that I'm in a facility. So I think they were trying to scare me, and they put me in the adult side of the facility when I was 13 years old. They put me in dorm 4, and I was 13 years old. And honestly, when they were bringing me in there, I had I don't care attitude, but I really did care. And I walk in, and back then they had the cages. It was called the cages, dorm 4. And you walk in, and so the first they bring you through, it's called like the A&P room. It's where you first get processed. So they put you in a tank with a whole bunch of people that are getting processed into the jail. This is my first experience in this place. And I'm like getting nervous, like, damn, I don't know what's gonna happen. And there's probably like 50 people in this little cell. They take you in a room, they ask you a bunch of questions, they take pictures of you. Now, by this time, I already had tattoos. I had gang tattoos and all this shit. And I had quite a few gang tattoos. And they process you, they strip search you, they give you your prison browns. But back then they gave me a white jumpsuit. I was like, why am I in a white jumpsuit? And it was because I was young. The YOs got white jumpsuits, but they put me in with the adults. It was really weird. And everyone was asking, why are you in here? Why did they put you in here? So when I went in there, it wasn't like people weren't really hostile towards me. It was they were being cool. It wasn't a big problem, you know? So I ended up staying there for about 30 days, and they gave me bond. Eventually, I ended up going to court, and my mother makes a deal with the court that she's going to send me up to go live with my grandmother. Now, it's been 10 years since my grandmother passed away. Rest in peace to Roberta. She was my heart, and she passed away 10 years ago. Her birthday was yesterday, and I miss her a lot. She did a lot for me. She always let me call her when I was in prison. She sent me money. She sent me care packages, all that. She was like, her and my mother were always there for me when I was involved with trouble, and I put them through a lot, but now I'm making up for it. And it was just a crazy experience because I'm sitting in there as a young kid, and I didn't care what happened to me. And I remember they bounced a guy inside there in the back of dorm 4. So there were the cages, there was 120 people. They put me right in the front cage. I think they did that for a reason, to keep an eye on me. But there was 120 people. It was like 5 bunk beds in each cage. In the front cages, there was 5 bunk beds, and then it kept going. And then they were lined up on the wall. But you were locked inside this cage at night with 10 people. It was crazy. With no bathroom, you had to get up and stand by the cage, and a door would open. You go to another door, and another door would open. Then you would use the bathroom. Then you would come back, and the cage would lock behind you, and you're stuck in there all day. It was insane. So, thank you. I appreciate that. So, I agreed to go up there and live with my grandmother, and it was a good experience going up there, but I was a little too much for her to handle. I was out of control, and I was doing things like stealing from the store, and just being really disrespectful. But my grandmother taught me a lot of valuable lessons when I was up there. She used to can mustard. She would make her own mustard and can it, and I would help her do it. And we would go to these flea markets and sell it. And then she had a restaurant. It was pretty cool, the things that I experienced up there. But I only stayed up there for about 6 months, and I had enough. I wanted to go back and be with my friends, and I wanted to do the stuff that I was doing before. I wanted to go right back to it. That was my plan. And I thought it was going to end up like that, but it really didn't, because things took a pretty drastic turn. But we're going to get to that on the next one. But so we'll stop off where I'm up there about 6 months, and then she's like, I can't deal with this no more, because I wanted to go. I wanted to be back with my friends. I wanted to be doing things that we were doing on the street, and it didn't end up like that. So on the next one, we're going to pick up from where I came back to Bristol and how things really escalated, and I end up going to prison again. And I end up getting beat up quite a few times too. So if you like hear me getting beat up, then come and watch the show, because I have no shame in my game. I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm pretty proud of how far I came. Ori, thank you. You've come a long way, my friend. You have a wonderful mother, and God bless your grandmother. I'm proud of what you're doing. Stay grateful. Definitely. I'm 100% grateful on everything I have, everything that I work for. And I'm going to continue to do the right thing and keep it pushing in a positive direction. I have no time for negative things in my life. A lot of people think just because I go after these cooperators, and the reason I go after them is because they don't, hey, we got another one, Chief Suckums. To the bedroom you go. And just know, if you're out there struggling with drug addiction, you can get through it. This could be the start of the rest of your life. Can be right now. You don't have to keep suffering with drug addiction. You can change. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Doesn't matter what you've been through in your past. Doesn't matter if you got to go back to prison or any of that. You can change right now. You don't have to let that be your whole life. I thought it was my whole life. I thought it was never gonna end. Hey, we got another one. I appreciate you. They're really out for blood tonight, huh? It's all good. Hey, we got to give you the sound, right? Hey, keep it coming. I bet you my finger doesn't get tired before you get tired making accounts. That's got to be one of the informants. So the reason why I go after these informants is because they act the way they do. Look at the shit they're doing there. Like, what is the reason for that? Hey, got another one. Hey, keep it coming, motherfucker. I'm not tired yet. Keep it coming. Where'd you go? What happened? You get tired? I'm not. Hey, got another one. What's good, man? Bunch of bitch ass motherfuckers. That's what they are. I bet you it's Chief Suckums. Chief Suckum two cocks can't handle the fucking truth. Well, guess what?
I'll tell the judge and prosecutor to suck my dick like I done before. Okay?
Huh? That's why I go after them. And I don't give a shit. I'll never stop. These guys are going to be exposed for the scumbags that they really are. And I don't care. They're not going to walk around and act like they can be respected. And no way. You're attracting all kinds of attention. Good job. Thank you, Victor. I appreciate that. Full green light. How are you? Damn it, Mandy. Gene sent him here. Good for him. He's a little thin-skinned, huh? Good for Gino. Chief Suckums can't handle the heat. He needs to get out the kitchen then. I'm going to be handing out some wrenches. Paul, what's going on, man? They can't handle it. It's okay. They're sitting there making accounts right now, probably. Guess what? I've been here for so long. I've been running around Bristol doing crazy shit. I live the type of life that you guys wish you could live. And I'm not a part of that bullshit no more. You guys can have all that tough guy shit because that's not the type of person I want to be. It's not the type of person I want to be remembered as. And you guys can have it all. Hit that like button. That was my dad. Tattletales. Tattletales can't be trusted. People that tell on other people to save their own ass can't be trusted. And that's the bottom line. Like, how can you trust someone who tells on other people to get out of trouble? And I don't give a shit. Some of them took a code. They took a code and they ended up telling on other people that don't deserve to be in prison. Now they want to come on the internet and brag on how gangster they are? Nah. No, not over here. And they can do anything in their power they can. I don't care. I'm not going anywhere. So good luck with that one. They're probably making 10 accounts right now. It's all good. My fingers won't get tired. Promise you that. I'm handing out some wrenches. You guys could help me out. I appreciate all you guys for supporting me. Got a lot of good people in here. Hey, I sent you a link, Ori, if you want to jump on here. I sent Sonny one too. You guys could both come on here. See trash in the if you see trash in the comment section, handle them. All that macho bullshit doesn't mean anything. No, it doesn't. I think the person that's the loudest is the weakest. 100%. The people who are screaming how tough they are, those are the weak ones. Those are the people that would tell on you in a heartbeat. But it's okay because I don't do things to be told on, you know? I'm trying to better myself and better other people. And I'm trying to be an example for other people. All that gangster shit is is dead. All that tough guy shit is for the birds. They could have it. I think Ori's going to be joining us in a minute. Shout out to Ori. Yas, how are you? Ori, did you ever have any business dealings with the 18th Avenue and Bensonhurst back in the day? Real recognize real. Nothing needs to be said. Damn right, Dirty Harry. Thank you, Staxx. I appreciate you, Maureen. I've appreciated you from day one. Everyone in this chat. We got a lot of respectful people. And I'm going to keep telling these stories. I don't care. I don't care how many times they come in the chat. I don't want to disable the chat. But so I just finished editing a whole bunch of videos. That's why I haven't really been putting out a lot of content, because I've been waiting for the computer to catch up with me. It's crazy. I don't like that. So I'm trying to get a new laptop. If anyone wants to help me out, you can donate to Cash App Chatting with Staxx. And I'm trying to bring you guys a lot of new content. I'm going to be dropping the full interview with Randy Couture. Shout out to Randy Couture, a UFC legend. If people don't know, he's been on my show. He's a great guy. Pat Miletich, shout out to him. Shout out to Don McGuire. Shout out to Stitch, Jacob Stitch Duran. Shout out to Jason Reinhardt. What's going on, Ori? How you doing?
How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing great. Things are absolutely great, man. Can't complain. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing good. You know, I like all this positive things. You know, I just posted on my Facebook and Instagram, you know, some of the things, interviews that I've done with stories with Ori. It's the only place you can go to get motivational information, strive to be better, learn true stories, and you get a little gangster in here. You know, I don't like talking about all this gangster shit. I lived that life. I did it. And, you know, it was very, very tough writing my book. It took a lot out of me because I had to go back with almost everything. And then I had to figure out what I could not put in my book. You
Yeah,
know, folks,
people have asked me. People ask me, is it gonna bother you because you're like living that type of situation? And
it
I'm
hurt.
like,
Yeah, it
maybe a
does.
little bit. I had a
Yeah,
nightmare the other night, probably from talking about this type of stuff. But it's stuff that can help other people, because I've been through it, and they don't. If some kids out there dealing with getting caught in a stolen car and they don't know what to do, they can listen to my story and know that there's a way out of it. They don't have to
that's
let that
right.
be their life over and over. That's what I'm
I,
trying to show them,
I mentored many young men, all right, to get out of a life, and I teach them. I teach them how to go into business, how to find something they love doing, okay, how to be successful and be happy. Because, you know, most people are living a life today and they're not happy.
I was
And,
living that life. I was miserable for a long time, Ori.
you know, so when you see me coming out and I talk about gangster shit, I only try to correct people when they have misinformation. And there's a lot of these people that providing misinformation. And I have to correct the situation because I know I lived the goddamn life.
Hey, we got Sonny Grasso in the building.
Now,
Ori,
is this the
Sonny.
same Sonny Grasso that was in the Brinks job?
No, that was my dad.
That was your dad. I was going to say you can't be that old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there. I
I
was
look
there
younger.
on the when they filmed. I was in Boston when they filmed it.
Oh, yeah.
I was close with Dino De Laurentiis, and Ralph Serpia was the producer of that. I had
Exactly
dinner
right.
with Jazz, one of the guys who actually did the Brinks job,
Uh huh.
the police commissioner, Peter Falk, uh, 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 God damn. I just went blank. His son is a big writer and director, and his mother's big. What the hell? He died. Goddamn, good-looking guy.
Don't mind
I
him.
was there. Yeah, I
Sonny.
was there for a long time. I took care of a lot of problems over there.
He's got
Oh, I'm
amnesia, Sonny. He's got amnesia.
Huh?
Or he's got amnesia.
Yeah. You know, I gotta tell you a funny story though. You talk about amnesia. You hear Michael talk about Jerry Zimmerman. You know, Jerry Zimmerman was very close to Michael Franchese back in the day.
Right.
And then was out here, it was me and Jerry. Jerry and I made a lot of money. Jerry was like 6'5", had a hair like you can't believe. Jewish guy, funny as shit. And when he was with Michael in Florida filming one of the movies they were doing, he hooked up with another girl. And they went to Panama. And he was gone for 3 months.
3 months.
3 months he was gone.
Did he have a wife and all that shit?
Wait, he had a wife and kids.
Oh, man.
His wife's name was Eileen. You gotta know, only Jerry Zimmerman is the guy that could pull this off.
Or did she have one leg?
He comes home
Her name was
and
Eileen.
his wife says, "Where you been?" He said, "What do you mean where I've been? I've been working. I just go home." "You haven't been here in 3 months." He said, "Bullshit."
Hey, Daniel Romano, how are you, Dan?
Oh, she was gullible. Yeah,
Did she believe it?
Yeah, she stayed with him. She stayed with him till the end. Yeah.
He took off
Sometimes they don't want to go.
3 months.
Oh, Jerry was funny. All right. I mean, whenever Jerry called, if Jerry called and said, "Meet me at Jerry's Deli," which is on Ventura Boulevard in the Valley, there'd be money for me waiting. Okay. Jerry never called me unless there was money. And so this one time he calls me, he's got this deal with some couple Mormon guys on a big real estate deal looking for money out in Salt Lake City. I ended up getting $150,000 from him. And on the last 50 I got, Jerry had owed me $600. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Now I come back and I give him 25,000 less the 600 he owes me. He's sitting in my recliner. Okay? He starts crying and tells me how badly he needs
He needed to
That sounds-
$600.
That sounds
$600.
What do you need it for? Was he a gambler?
Honest to God, I did not know until his final days that he was a gambler. I didn't know it. We were very close. I'm telling you, we were so close. I mean, look, we chopped up $300,000 a year like it was nothing. Okay? When he died, I lost 150 grand a year. I mean, but I remember, he was on dialysis.
Yeah.
I would go. He had to go 3 times a week. I would go. I visit him while he's doing the dialysis, and there'd be he'd introduce me, and the following week I go there. People he introduced me to are no longer there; they're dead. He quit. He says, "Fuck this." He stopped the dialysis.
You died from that. You quit, right?
Yeah. And I get a call from his wife. "Ori, we can't find Jerry." I said, "What do you mean you can't find him? He's not home." "Ori, will you go down to Gardenia? In Gardenia, you got the casinos down there." I said, "Why? What the fuck Jerry be doing down there?" They said, "Ori, don't you know? Jerry's a fucking gambler. I
And
didn't know.
that's how you found out.
Yeah, that's how I found out. He
Wow.
died shortly thereafter. Yeah.
You ever
Well, he
gamble,
went,
Sonny?
huh?
You ever gamble?
Yeah.
A whole lot?
More than I should sometimes, but I was usually pretty lucky. But
How about you?
uh,
Or you ever win?
Yeah, I won.
What's the
Well,
most
look
you
at
ever
you know, I learned the hard way. I began going on the junkets from New York to the Dunes Hotel in Las Vegas. And I remember the first one when I got off the plane, Joey Mazza, who ran the junket, said, Rory, you got a $5,000 line of credit. I got you an extra 10 if you need it. And I had 5 grand in my pocket. Well, you know, you go on these junkets, they give you fucking everything. You don't pay for nothing. Okay, whatever you want, you got.
right.
Well, when I got back home, I had to write a check for $15,000 to the Dunes. No, I had a business. I was doing really good. Okay. Next time I'm there, my friend Frank Riolo, he was the pit boss over at the Hilton. He came over, and I started going to Hilton, and he would watch me while I'm gambling. And I'd be smoking. I'd have my Chevy Regal on the rocks, and I'd be betting, and I'd be looking at every broad walking up the aisle. He finally comes up. He says, "I'm taking a break. I want to see you." He says, "Look, I don't care what you do with your fucking money." He said, "But you're fucking crazy." And he taught me how to gamble. And once I started gambling the right way, I would win. But I'm a hit and run
Uh-huh.
gambler. I play blackjack. I'm good at it. And I walk up to a tailor. A dealer's by himself. I'll put, I'll put a $25 chip on the line. And now when you put it on the line, it means you're betting for the dealer. And I ask him, would you bet that? It's a little cue. If he says no, it means he's hot, and that's why he's there alone. If he says yes, sit down and fucking play.
Really?
That's
Yeah,
good to know.
yeah,
Would
It
they
makes
still tell
it
you
makes
that
sense.
now? Would they still tell you that now?
yeah. I tried it when I was at the Mob Museum in Vegas, and I went to the table. Same thing.
And it worked?
Yeah.
What's the most you ever won, Sonny?
25 grand
Yeah, I
was
ain't
a
that
lot for
lucky.
me. I was
I ain't that lucky.
when my son graduated high school. Him and his pals went up to Turning Stone. I think that's up in
Oh,
Connecticut, right?
Turning
Turning.
Stone. No, that's in my neck of the woods. Actually, Frank Riolo, they hired Frank Riolo out of Las
Uh,
Vegas, and he became the president of Turning Stone.
I knew that
They-
name
Frank
when
Yeah,
Riolo,
when you said
Mohegan
it. I
Sun
knew it.
and Foxwoods is in Connecticut. Mohegan Sun's in
Fox
Fox. I
was in
remember.
Connecticut.
I remember when they were first built, man. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. So he went up there, and I said, "You know what? I'm gonna go because he's gonna be going away to college." So we go in. He's playing some game with his pals on one of the things. So I'm walking around. I sit down at this $5 slot machine just to pass some time, and I hit for 10,000. So all right, not bad. I go up. They walk me over to the thing. How do you want? Do you want the money? You want a check? You want? He said all cash. Give me all cash. So they count out the money. They give it to me. I tip the lady $100, and I go to walk away, and they call me back. Mr. Grasso, come here a minute. I go, yeah. What's up? Were you born in 1988? I said, do I fucking look like I was born in 1988? What kind of question? Well, I was using my son's card. Well, you're not allowed to use somebody else's card, so we're gonna have to get that money back. I said, well, you better get some really big fucking Indians to come and try to get this money out of my pocket. I was surrounded by 4 gigantic Indians in less than a minute, and
What?
they wouldn't let me move. So I
Was that the Turning Stone or Foxwoods?
Turning Stone.
So what ended up
Turning.
happening? What ended up happening?
We ended up getting my son on his cell phone and had him come over, and they transferred it over to him, and then he gave it to me. And they
Oh,
were.
so you were able to, but if he wasn't around, you were screwed. You would have to
I'm
give
dead.
up the money.
Yeah, you're not allowed to use somebody else's card. Yeah, who the fuck knows? I didn't
You
know.
want to hear a funny story? I'm in Foxwoods, and we used to go there and ping ping, and we used to be all bad, but we were in there drinking for free, and because when you gamble, they let you drink as much as you want. And I'm gambling, boom, I hit. I don't have my ID. They wouldn't let me get the money, man. I didn't bring an ID with me,
Oh no.
so they would not give me the money.
Yeah.
If your ID's expired, they won't give you the money.
So what exactly was funny about that?
Yeah, it wasn't funny.
Oh my god.
It was
Damn.
terrible.
That's
And there was no
That's not
scene. You
too-
didn't cause a scene.
that's not too
I
smart.
tried, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Nothing was gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
They said, "Why do you guys got costumes on?" We used to dress like like we were gangsters, shit.
Right.
So they're like, "Why do you guys have?" We used to wear bandanas and all this type of shit,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Why you guys in here with costumes on?" What are you talking
So I get my money. I stay. I take all his friends out to dinner. And I get up the next day and I go home. Because it's like a 6-hour drive all the way back to New York. And halfway down, I get a text from my son. He's playing 3-card poker, and he hit for 12 grand. So between the two of us, we did pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I gave him half the money I won to take to college with him. He had all the money that he won, and he probably went through it in about a month when he got down there. But yeah, it was. They weren't. They wanted me to give the money back. I said no, it ain't gonna happen. I don't know
Yeah,
where we're gonna
they're
go from here.
designed. It's designed for you to lose when you go to the casino. It's like
Yeah.
the house is always gonna win.
I
I
sat down.
got.
It wasn't 10 minutes. I was on the machine.
Yeah, this pick is Main Street in Bristol. This is the main street. This used to be buildings all the way down, and my grandmother lived in a big mansion right here. It was broke up into apartments, and she
Mhm.
lived right here, right there. But they ripped it down. I'll show
Yeah,
you
it's a
guys.
nice
a picture
background.
of it. Yeah, this is Main Street in Bristol.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you guys a picture of what the mansion looked like. I was at
Meanwhile,
Foxwoods
or-
not too long
Or
ago.
he's sitting there going, "Listen to these guys talking $10,000. What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, back in the day, look at it was nothing, you know. But things change.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I don't like Vegas the way it is today, and I just don't like it. You know what I mean? It's no class.
How has it changed, Ori?
How has it changed? Well, back in my day in Vegas, everybody was dressed up. The dealers, they knew everybody. They knew the moment you walked in the door. Hi, Ori. How you doing? Want lunch? Want dinner? What show you want to see? Okay.
It was more personable back
It
then,
was
right?
personal. It was all about gambling. Okay. Today, gambling is not the number one revenue in Las Vegas
That's exactly right.
since corporate took over. They know how much, they give you those cards. They know how much you're going to spend on anything in Las Vegas,
Yeah.
on your room, on clothing, on the shopping ball. They got you pegged before you get there.
Yep.
That's how well they are.
100%.
And yeah,
Yeah, they give you the card, the player's card or
yeah.
whatever it's called, right?
And to get a free comp on the room, you got to gamble an average bet, I think, of $50 for 4 hours.
Straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Then they figure you put your time in now. We're gonna throw you a bone.
And they pump you
Right.
full of alcohol so that you're like you're just dumping
Well, that's the
cash.
first mistake, okay? Alcohol is free. Don't drink when you're gambling.
True.
That's the first mistake,
Yeah.
okay? You got to take it as a job, okay?
And then
And
they got girls in there trying to convince you to gamble too, right?
yeah, but they
Oh
got
yeah.
everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like lot lizards, but they're in the casino. Just
Yeah.
creeping
Lot
around.
lizard. Oh my
They're everywhere, man.
God. I haven't
Look
heard
like
that phrase in a
sharks.
long time.
Lot lizards.
Lot lizard. Yeah. But and then Turning Stone was dry too, so that sucked even more. You know,
It
we
was
sit down.
dry. No, they serve alcohol there.
Now they do, yeah. But this was 88, 90, I don't know, somewhere
Yeah.
around like
Oh,
95,
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Man, you go to Turning Stone now, it's like going to Las Vegas.
Is that
It's
right?
freaking. It's humongous.
Where is
Yeah.
it? What town is it in, Ori?
Vernon, New York. Vernon,
Vernon?
Verona.
Verona, yeah,
Uh,
that's right.
yeah,
Verona.
yeah. Off
Yeah,
of Route 365.
correct. Yeah, and I took the ride up there back and forth by myself. It's a long drive.
It is.
It was a lot easier coming back, you know, with the cabbage in my pocket.
It's a 4 hour drive, Sonny. Four and a
Yeah,
half, 5 hours. 4.5, 5 hours.
to New York.
Yeah.
Well, I got lost, so
Wow,
that
this
could
is
be
a
why it
big
was six.
place. Holy shit.
How the fuck you get lost on the New York
It's a
Thruway?
pretty big place. Let me show you.
Yeah.
You just
What, you got lost in New York Thruway? The one that goes up north, right?
And missed the
Goes through
exit or
Hyde
something,
Park?
and then you had to turn around and come back. And
Or he's getting a phone call.
yeah.
what I do? What I have something in my eye?
It's probably that the guy from last night, Ori.
No, that was a friend of mine. Yeah.
That guy wouldn't quit last night, huh?
No, my God.
How long was it until he stopped?
I ended up blocking 4 different phone numbers. 4.
Here's a picture of the casino.
Holy shit!
That's Turning Stone.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I think it was just that one building in the middle when I went there.
Yeah, probably, right?
Holy shit!
Yeah, it changed quite a bit. Looks like they turned it into a fucking resort.
They were
Yeah, it is.
they were building the golf course when I was there. That's right. Wow.
40 minutes from Manhattan, 30 minutes from Staten Island.
And why the fuck did it take me 6 hours? I'm gonna have to look into this.
Yeah,
What do you mean
why are you
30?
smoking, Ori? Why are you coughing like that? Still smoking, man.
I know. I stopped when that girl. Somebody wrote about why is he smoking that.
Yeah, you need to stop, man.
I
especially that
stopped. I
cough.
stopped. Okay.
Yeah, but that cough is terrible, man. You
I
gotta
know
take care of
it.
yourself. There's a lot of people that care about you, man.
Should have heard it last week to see how horrible it was.
Yeah.
Now, what casino Bill? You said it's only 30 minutes from New York. No.
No, that's what they're saying, not me. Dirty
I
Harry
what?
says I'm 40 minutes from Manhattan, 30 minutes from Staten Island.
Well, he is.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, no.
He's-
Barone
They
is
said, can you please address the elephant in the room, that smoking situation? I could smell it through the laptop.
Harris. What's the name? Harris Paint.
Yeah, Harris.
Yeah.
You notice I've been cutting back. I'm trying to quit. I've been cutting back on. I don't smoke when I come on the screen. I don't. I'm trying to get away
Yeah.
from negative situations like that. You know.
I've been
I
doing
don't- I
that. It's
don't-
like
I don't smoke when I'm asleep, and I don't smoke in the shower. So I'm doing my part.
Yeah.
I don't smoke in those places, and I don't smoke in my bedroom.
I don't smoke when I breathe out. How about that? Every time I breathe out, I don't smoke. Just
But
when I breathe in.
I started a thing. It's like when I'm going to drive, I don't bring my cigarettes with me. Yesterday, I went spent 4 hours with my sons. He even said, "Pops, you haven't had a cigarette. Are you okay?"
Right?
I
Yeah.
only smoke on days that end in
I smoke at home.
But you don't smoke in the bedroom.
No,
That's what I got to do.
no, cigarettes never been in my bedroom.
When
Hey,
I when I moved out and came down here and brought all the going to bring all the furniture down with you, you don't smell it when it's you. You know?
Ori,
when
did you know
everybody-
Anthony Ramundi?
Yeah.
Have you met him back in the day, Ori?
No.
How about you, Sonny?
Yeah. 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 The whole family. Good family.
Hey, you see, we'll talk later about that. People like to question things. So yeah, he did know him. Look, I found some pictures from back in the day. Here's a
Of who?
picture of me.
Oh, okay.
I told them stories. Do you heard the stories I was telling earlier, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, here's a picture of me inside the mall.
Oh, damn.
The center mall, me and my skateboard. And then here's a picture of me.
What is that? An LA hat?
I don't know.
Ah.
Yeah, LA Dodgers.
Yeah.
And then there's a picture of me. I think I was in like 9th grade here, something like that.
That's your mother?
No, that was a girl from school, man.
Oh.
I see
Shout out to
slits for
Kim.
eyes. You got slits for eyeballs there.
Yeah, I used to have slits for eyeballs every day, man. I used to be at least I don't have a mouth that looks like this. Ain't that right?
What the fuck?
Barillo pad.
That was him?
No.
Oh.
It's a rendition of him.
Speaking of, as you started earlier there, where you were talking about Michael, he came out with a video yesterday praising what's his name again? Staxx,
Who? Joey Merlino?
Fat Andy's son.
Oh yeah, Ruggiano.
Yeah,
Anthony
praising him,
Ruggiano.
saying what a good man he was, and the stories that he tells is 100% the truth. And
No, they're not.
I know they're not.
They're not.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
think
false.
Mike seems to be wanting to play, both sides, keep everybody happy on both
Yeah,
sides.
the Gambino hitman, right? The one that
Yeah,
went on
that's
Vlad
him.
and said he's
Right.
a Gambino hitman. That is not the truth. That's a false claim. And he sat there and let Vlad just say that and didn't say anything like, no, I'm not. See, Larry Mazza, if you introduce him like that, he will correct you. He says, I'm not a hitman. He's not like, he doesn't act the way these people do. And that's why I don't go after some of them, because they don't act like that, man. The reason why I go after them is because they act like they're trying to help people, and they're if you're explaining a murder and you're all giddy about it, it shows who you are right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Can I ask Ori a question? Go ahead. He's right here.
Peter North says Ori's been smoking since he was in Pampers. What the?
Probably.
Well, they didn't have Pampers in those days.
I was just going to say that.
I've been smoking since I was 12.
12.
And I
Well,
quit
Same
twice.
thing with me.
I quit twice for 5 years each time.
What's the first
God.
cigarettes you smoked? What kind were they?
Lucky Strike.
Lucky
Yeah.
Strikes. That's the first
That was
one
my
I ever
mother's.
smoked.
LSMFT.
What about
Right.
what are
Lucky
they called?
Strike.
Lucky
means
Strike
fine
means
tobacco.
fine tobacco.
What about Virginia Slims 120s?
Nah, that's
You
for
remember
women.
those?
Yeah,
Yeah.
silly millimeter
Yeah, but when I'm
longer.
a kid, you got to steal them from people, right? When I was a kid, you got to steal cigarettes to smoke. You couldn't go
I
buy 'em.
used to
Or
go. There was a gas station on the corner, Texaco
no.
gas station.
Go to Note and
All
say
right,
it's
I
for
would
your
steal.
mom, right?
I would steal a quarter. I would go to the cigarette machine, put the quarter in,
Right.
and I would buy. I started Camel cigarettes. Buy Camels. All right, and it came back in the package would be 3 pennies because they were only 22 cents a pack. Yeah, and under the cellophane of the thing, be 3 pennies. Then I went across the street to the store, Freeze's little corner store, and I
Spent the
would,
3 pennies.
I used to buy those Kit Kats. You get 2 for a penny.
Uh-huh.
And I used to ask the guy, I want my change. He would laugh.
Remember Lucy's?
Yeah, they still
Yeah,
sell them,
yeah,
man.
Do
Lucy's,
they
yeah.
still sell them?
They sell them out here,
Really?
allegedly.
I remember those too. And the gas station when we lived in the Bronx, you used to order stuff that the guy had to go all the way down to the end of the counter to get it. And while he was
And then
down at the end of the counter,
snatch some shit. Yeah.
loading up the inside pockets, the outside, Spalding bowls, candy, everything.
Yeah, they used to have the cigarettes right in the front. Remember Mustangs? Remember those?
Yeah.
Mustang cigarettes?
Yeah.
Oh,
They were a red pack.
really?
Yeah, we used to take
Laredo?
those all the time. We would write a note and say please sell my son cigarettes. And we bring it
Yeah.
to the store and say, my mom told me to give you
My
this.
mom told me to, yeah, I used to do the same shit.
Yeah.
That's
But
funny.
22 cents a pack?
Yeah.
How much are they over there in where you live now, Ori?
I pay $8.88 a pack.
For what brand?
Winston, 100 gold.
Oh, Winston. I used to smoke those.
Newport's are
Really?
$15
$8?
here.
Yeah.
$15 here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
most
on-
places out here are 10 or 11. I get a deal over
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
much are
they went
down
up
there
to
in
12
Florida?
down here. Down in
12?
Florida, yeah, they went up to $12.
But you know, I
17,
used to buy them by the carton, and now I just go, I buy a couple packs.
That's what I
And
do.
that-
Two packs every 3 days.
because
Yeah,
if you buy more, you'll smoke more, right, Ori?
yeah, right.
Yeah, because you're not worried about running out.
So I am trying to quit.
Are you?
Or you ever been into smoking pot, Ori?
I cough like crazy. I tried pot so many times, it makes me cough like hell. I tried the vapes, you know, they make me cough worse.
Those vapes are no good for
They're
you. I
terrible.
heard they would popcorn your lungs, man. I know people that passed away from using vapes.
Mm-hmm. They say for
I
each one of those little containers of vape that you use, it's equal to a carton of cigarettes. And everybody,
Really?
these kids, but they're fooling themselves thinking, oh, I'm good with this. And they're sucking it in and blowing out all this giant smoke. And they're hurting themselves.
Yeah, they think that they can because you can smoke those inside, and you're really not going to get in trouble if you're smoking a vape.
And I try to stop that too. So, no smoking means no smoking.
Have you guys ever heard of this saltwater cowboy?
No.
He was the guy who would smuggle marijuana into the country in boats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got a crazy story. He told me his story on my channel a couple times.
What's his name?
His name is the Saltwater Cowboy. His name's Tim.
I knew the guys that used to bring it over in boats. They got huge. They became very big. They were from San Diego, and they started in high school. Their friends wanted weed. They rode the boat into Mexico. They bought it, come back, and they more and more. They got bigger, and then they had cargo ships. These guys had Arabian horses. They had homes in Mexico with 25 bedrooms. It was crazy, and then it all came down.
These guys, he was making millions of dollars, man. Tim McBride, his name is Timothy McBride, the Saltwater Cowboy. Yeah, I'll show you guys a picture of his book. He's got a book. It's pretty good. He started like his friend called him and said, my uncle needs some help, and we're gonna be hauling crab pots. So he's out on the boat and he said, hey, Timmy, we're not going to be hauling crab pots. We're going to go get some pot off a boat. So they're grabbing these bales, he said, and hauling them into the boat. He said he was covered in seeds and weed and shit the first day. And they made millions of dollars. The rise and fall of a marijuana empire, Saltwater Cowboy.
That's his book?
They had the go fast boats and all that shit, man. Back in the day, he was the real deal, man. Yeah, that's his book.
Nice boats.
Shout out to Tim McBride. He's a great dude. But he sent me a video. I'm trying to find it. where he showed me this factory where they produce all that shit now. You know, because it's legal now. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
It's funny, right?
Yeah, it's insane that something that could put you in prison for the rest of your life is just legal now.
It's now legal. What about all the people sitting in there? They're like, take me out of here. Come on.
So that's one of the reasons why I went to Washington, D.C. with Chad Marks. Shout out to Chad Marks. It's for justice reform. So the people who are still in prison for cases like that, so they get a chance at freedom instead of sitting in prison for the rest of their life. He's trying to help a lot of people, man.
Hey, that's what we can do. Bobo Comp says, how about Pall Mall?
Yeah.
Oh, Paul
Remember
Mall,
them?
hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I smoked those too, yeah.
And I'd
Like
rather
a
fight than
bird.
switch. Tarrytons, right?
Carrying, yeah.
Tarryton, yeah.
Damn, I can't find the
video.
yeah, I'm looking for it.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's pretty good. I think I got it. I got so much. I found it. I got so many videos, man. It's insane.
That's why you need a new laptop too.
Hey man, we're
That's
at
Tim.
Divine Cultivation in Oklahoma, just outside of Oklahoma City, with my friend who's the mastermind of this whole operation that I'm about to take you on a little tour through. This is the Dab Father I'd like to introduce you to. How you guys doing? This is one of the main players here in Oklahoma. Has got a really first class operation, and you can see what's going on behind me right here. And then on down the road here.
Look how big that is.
These are the mothers. These are the progenitors.
Oh, that's inside the warehouse?
Yeah.
In
Yeah, but it gets bigger, man.
It gets bigger.
Doodads over here.
And as we get over there, as you see my wall of accomplishment, my lovely clone wall, all my babies.
Those are all clones.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty
With the
intricate system.
With the fluorescence.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Will all be future pounds in the cannabis industry very shortly.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take you from where we are right now, and just take a little trip down through to show you the progression of from the little baby darlings over here that you just saw, to what it ultimately becomes. So we're just going to take a little walk along. So here we go.
It must work
Bill,
pretty good.
I-
Look
Now
at
we're
his chin.
outside. We just left
I
the
don't need to see the whole thing, Bill. I see a
Nah, you don't
million
need
of
to see
these.
the whole thing. I'm trying to
I've
show
seen a
you.
million of those.
I'm sure you have. It's insane, man. So this is a new plant that they have. It's called the Freak Show. You see that shit?
Oh my Lord. Wow.
Shout out to Tim.
My son has stuff. There's only one place, $32,000 a pound.
What?
He could keep
32.
he could
Yeah.
keep it, or 32,000 a pound.
Holy shit.
I ain't paying that. I don't know who would pay for that. That's crazy.
Too bad.
I'm not
I'd like
into
to be
that
worth
type of
32.
shit.
But I was in that
worth-
business, Bill.
right.
I used to ship 500 pounds every 2 weeks into New York from
What year?
Arizona.
What year
Huh?
would you do that? What year were you doing that?
2003, 4, and 5, something like that.
Why is Michael Francis making death threats to Walter Feitzen?
Oh, that's in it's in my book. It's in my book, Harris.
He's making death threats to him?
Walter Feissen. Walter's been dead a long time. That's how I met Sonny Frank Chase. Because Walter was getting death threats.
Oh
When
yeah,
he came to-
that's why you went there to have the meeting, right? And
Right.
Then he poisoned you with the fish?
Yeah, he poisoned me.
Yeah, he's trying to get rid of you.
What the fuck? That's so stupid.
I know.
Even
but then
for a reporter to even write it.
and then he
it's
brings
so-
you to the doctor and saves you, right?
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Yeah, if he wanted to
It
get
don't
rid
make
of you,
sense.
he probably wouldn't bring you to the doctor.
My God. I mean, it just makes no sense. It's the very first time Sonny didn't know who I was. The very first time that I met him.
What year was that, Worry?
78, 79, something like that. You know.
You lived to what, 103, right? Is that
He
right?
died at 103, yeah.
Yeah.
He was a
Yeah.
tough guy.
He was. He took a lot of vitamins, I'll tell you that. You know, I do too.
Did he get
I
into
do.
a lot of altercations, physical altercations with people, or no? Or was he a boxer, a fighter?
Yeah, he was a boxer one time. Sonny was a tough father. Okay? Even the detectives, when Sonny was 90 years old, they were saying they wouldn't want to fuck with him. Okay?
Yeah, he went to
Sonny was a
prison
tough
quite a
guy.
bit.
He had his marbles until the end, okay?
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing. He was calling me, okay? We were speaking an average of 3 times a week.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I know that when he was in his 90s or up until his death, every time he had to go somewhere, they would hook him up with 2 sets of handcuffs on his hands and shackle his feet. That's how like leery they were of him, what he might do to them if he ever wanted to try to escape. I guess I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
How tall?
Sonny
How
would
tall
never.
was Sonny?
It's
Or
like a
how tall?
bullshit compliment, but I'm sorry. What, Bill?
Sonny was
How tall was Sonny Francis?
5'8", 5'9".
Yeah.
Did you meet him, Sonny?
Yeah, I met him
Bro?
a couple of times.
And
I
what
was a
was your
kid.
interactions like?
I was a kid. I was just to sit there and keep my mouth shut.
So you get a
That's what.
crack with a pool stick, right?
Yeah.
Tell him about the story with Gianni Russo. You know Gianni, don't you, Corey? He cracked him in the head with a pool stick when he was a young kid, man.
Who did?
Johnny Russo. My cousin Robert and I were altar boys at the end of The Godfather. You know, when everybody's getting killed.
Yeah.
My father got us all into The Godfather. So we were on a cover set at the old St. Patrick's Cathedral down in Little Italy. And so we had to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning because it looked like it was going to rain and then we were going to film later. So my cousin Robin and I were downstairs in the basement. We found a pool table. Actually, I found it. And we were playing pool. And then he came walking in. I didn't know who he was, and he didn't know who we were. And he says, "Excuse me, I guess he thought we were part of the church because, you know, I look like an altar boy, right?" So he goes, "My name is Johnny Russo. I'm with the movie." And I said, "Well, so are we." "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, we're the altar boys in this." "Oh, okay." I said, "We're just told to be here. You know as much as we do. So, oh, you guys are playing pool." Like, yeah. "You're playing for money?" I said, "Yeah, we're playing for $1 a game." "Oh, I got winner." I said, "Okay." So I won. So he says, $1 a game. "How about 5?" I went, "All right." So he takes out a $500 bill that, as I told Bill, I'd never
A
seen before.
$500 bill.
I've never seen one before or since. And
Either have I.
he lays it on the felt of the pool table. And I was like, "Holy shit, is this real?" And I like this. I went to pick it up and he whacks me on the head with his pool stick. And I was like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "You never touch somebody else's money unless you got the same kind of money in your pocket to back it up." And I'm like, I don't like this fucking guy at all.
Yeah,
You know,
right there. It was a huge turnoff, right? Like
with his
fuck
attitude.
him.
You don't know who I am. I don't mean like, do you know who I am? You don't know me from Adam, and you bang me over the head with a pool stick.
How old were you at the time, and how old was he?
I was 16, so I don't know. He had to be in his mid-20s. So you
No, he didn't.
fast forward 20 years later, we're at a function.
Were you an altar boy when the priest married him? You remember the priest?
Yeah, I was the altar boy when they were doing the christening. Actually, it was Sophia
Remember the
Coppola.
priest?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I gotta tell you a story about him. What the heck's his name now? I got a picture of him with Barry Newman.
He was a legend down in Little Italy.
The priest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a con man. He was not a real priest, but everybody thought he was a bishop.
I heard that. That he wasn't for real.
How did we meet him?
Thank
Frank
you,
Bruce.
Talisa.
I think, I don't know, maybe it came through Sonny. I met him. He used to meet me at the Warwick Hotel. He knew a lot of celebrities,
Mm-hmm.
and his stuff, all his stuff, was in over in New Jersey, Tom's River, in storage, and he wanted to move upstate New York. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. I says, I got a house, I'll put you in, you can start your church. I said, but you gotta bring me the entertainers and I'll put them on the convention hall in Utica, New York. So he said, we got a deal. So now we made no arrangements for when he's coming up. It was a fucking snowy, blizzardy day. My office was on the second floor. My brother comes in, he says, the bishop is here. Bishop Andre Panaccio is his name.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Very good.
I said, what the fuck? The bishop comes in, I said, what are you doing here? Why don't you tell me you're coming? Well, I took the train in, I want to get set up. I said, Bishop, I said, just fucking snow like crazy. So I told my brother, I said, bring him to the house. I said, I gotta go home and have dinner with my family. I said, when I get through, I'll come to the house, Bishop. And
He was alone. He was alone.
he was alone.
Okay.
So now my brother brings me to the house. I'm having dinner, and he calls me, and he goes, I'm so insulted. I said, what the fuck? What are you doing? I said, Bishop, I'm going to be right there. Hung up the phone. I got in the car, had to trudge through the snow and get to the fucking door. I said, what the fuck are you insulted?
Yeah.
He says, this was a 3-bedroom home, all right, or a 3-bedroom ranch home in a nice area, okay, with a cellar he could have made into a nice church to get started. He said, look at that stove. I said, what's wrong with that stove? It's fucking brand new. He says, that's electric. I don't cook on electric.
Oh.
I said, Bishop, pack your fucking bags, come with me. I brought him to Eddie's Steakhouse, bought him dinner, brought him to the train station. I said, go back to New York.
Thank you, Thomas. Hey, I found
Yeah.
a picture from the christening scene. Who's that?
There's my cousin Robert. That fuck.
That's the one.
I'm right behind.
That's the one that kicked you out of the screen, right?
Yep.
No.
I'm standing right behind Pacino's head.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
yeah?
see part of your head right
Yeah.
there, right?
You
right
can
here.
see part of it. Yeah.
You can
Right
see
there.
part of him right there.
Or where? On his right?
Yeah,
That's you on the right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's his cousin right there on the left, the little kid.
Oh.
That's the spot I was standing in. And every time we broke, for a different camera angle or whatever the fuck they were doing, we would take a break. The last time,
Yeah,
is,
that's Bishop Andre.
there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a wannabe actor, boy. And my
Was
cousin
he?
stepped on where I was supposed to be, and he'd get seen almost for the whole fucking scene.
I'll tell you, he looked like a bishop. I'd be with him. People would come up, they'd get on their knees, and they would kiss his ring. They
Yep.
thought he was a real bishop.
Especially walking around down in Little Italy. Right?
Yeah.
They kiss his ring and everything else. He'd do a little thing like this with his hand.
Like, I gotta pick up a suit, like walk down a Little Italy, right? You guys are all smoking your brains away. You guys need to quit that shit, man.
It's the same cigarette. I keep putting it out.
No. Damn, Maury.
Well, I just
sick.
got.
That sounded like Gene.
Look,
right.
it's fucking sick. God damn it.
You know why? Because you haven't had a cigarette now in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must
right.
be getting sick from not.
You know I was sick. I'm getting better.
Did you
But
have
I had-
COVID? Did you have
No,
COVID?
I didn't have COVID. I had a bad cold. That's
That fucking
Something's
COVID
going around.
is going crazy.
Did you take
Yeah.
a test for it?
Yeah, no, I don't
took
have
a test
COVID.
for it, and it was positive,
Oh
man.
shit, you got the 2 bars. You got
Yeah,
COVID.
I had it. It's gone now.
How
I
long
feel
ago was
fine.
that?
2 weeks, week and a half.
Yeah.
What are you saving it for?
I don't know. I don't know. A souvenir. Wear it around my neck.
Yeah, throw it on a chain.
Be a nice ring, 4-finger ring, right? COVID ring.
Yeah.
Yo, look, man, it's positive.
Get a tat C19 on your neck or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a tattoo of COVID test. You got my tattoo gun right over there.
I'll tell you what, for a guy that don't feel good, you look terrific though, Ori. You really do.
Thank you. I feel like
Yeah,
good. And
Yeah.
tomorrow, I got somebody coming in. I got a singer coming in from Texas tomorrow, and we got to make some introductions to some people in the music business.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
he's got a
it's on.
really good show, man. Stories with Ori. Everyone in here, go check out Stories with Ori on YouTube. Go subscribe.
Yeah.
He just reached over 1,000. He's past 1,000, and he's climbing up the charts right now. He's gonna pass me out soon.
Well, it's going to be a while. But, folks, I want to keep it positive. I'm also going to be doing training classes, and I'll notify you that when we're ready for that there. Uh,
I'm gonna drop a
but
link. Don't you got a Patreon too, Sonny? Right?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I had to get off Facebook because every time I would like do a little mini concert, they would just start muting it and tell me I was in violation of a copyright infringement. And I was
Yeah, they
fighting
do
with
it
them
all the
back.
time. You can't play any type of music unless it's like certain music that goes with like that's associated. I
That
don't
they're
even know
allowing you
how
to
it works.
use.
Yeah, it's like
It was
I don't want to
so
use
stupid.
what you let me use. I want to use whatever I want.
Ridiculous.
It really
so,
is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
what do
drop
you
you a
charge?
link.
What do you charge on Patreon?
$5.
$5? Yeah,
Yeah, that's all.
that's the right price.
Like Joey Molino's charging 15, which I think is a little ridiculous, but
That is high, man. They
huh?
said they're going to be giving away a lot of. They're going to give away a lot of memberships. Maybe they could give me one.
Yeah. I 15.
Memberships to what?
To
You know what?
Patreon.
I'll let just between us girls here. They just started a thing 2.5 months ago over at Patreon that if people want to join for free, you have to let them. Did you know that?
What?
So when they go on, it'll ask you, do you want to pay or do you want to become a free person?
It says right here. Yeah. Do you want to join for free?
There you go. See?
Yes,
Really?
Yeah. Now the only thing is, which is stupid, that people will do that, but then they can't watch the content that you're putting up because you're
Yeah, I'm
only
not doing that.
it's only for people that paid. You could set it up that way, and that's what I did. So, if people can't kick up $5 a fucking month, forget it. Then I don't need them anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm dropping his link in the description. I'm gonna put it in the chat and in the description of this video. If you guys want to check out Ori or Sonny, go check them out and
Oh, there you
subscribe.
go.
Tell them I sent you. I get 35% of all their funds.
32.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
We agreed on 32.
You did. I didn't.
And you're gonna text me Ori's number, right? And then send
Yeah.
him mine.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That'll be fun.
I'm putting the link.
This was fun tonight, guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's good to do it like this,
Yeah.
instead of jumping on and cutting it off real quick. And,
Right.
I'm not doing nothing except Thursday nights. I can't. That's masturbation Thursday. I can't.
Busy guy that day, huh?
That's your date. That's your date with the Palm Sisters, huh?
That's right. Mary Palm and her
Yeah.
5 sisters.
Yeah.
That is
That's
weird. I
nuts.
feel like I know him 100 years. It's amazing.
Yeah, Ori's a great guy. He really is.
Yeah.
He treats everyone with respect, and some people come at him sideways, man. really crazy. The other night, some guy
You
was
know who you look like
harassing him.
too? You know the guy, the judge?
Who,
Was he
Frank?
from New Hampshire? Huh?
No, he's from Springfield. Shout out to Frank.
Frank,
He's
yeah.
battling cancer right now. He's I spoke with him day before yesterday. He's a great guy.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
I like him a lot. But
Who's,
yeah, you
who's
remind me
that?
of the
Who's-
judge from I forgot the name of the show.
Frank Spino, I think his name is Frank. Yes, Frank Spino.
I thought it was Footer.
Hold on, I'll get his correct
It's Frank
name.
Footer. Frank Footer, isn't it?
No,
No?
I'll tell you right now.
You don't get it. I'm saying Frank Footer.
Yeah. Frankfurter.
Yeah.
Like that girl's name was Eileen. She had one leg.
Which
Her
had
name was
one leg
Peggy.
shorter than the other.
Her name was Peggy or Eileen.
Eileen.
Frank
How many people
Capiro.
you got here, Bill?
Frank
how many-
Capiro, his name is.
How many people in here?
26 at the moment.
We lost a few.
We lost it. Yeah,
fluctuates.
it was almost 60.
Frank Capiro.
Right.
He's 87 years old, man. He's born in 1936.
Mm.
Caught in Providence. He has that show, Caught in
That's
Providence.
it. Caught in Providence, right.
He's a great guy. He's battling cancer right now, and
Yeah. Yeah, he came on. He put a little like a little, what do you guys call them? Shorts, I guess, whatever. Just asking everybody, please pray for me. He says, I'm not ready
Yeah.
to go yet.
yeah, man, he's a great guy. He helps people when they come in his courtroom, and he was a criminal judge for a long time too.
Yeah, you can see him. You can see him switch like that when they try to bullshit him.
Thank you, Dave. He said you would be good at radio. You have a radio voice. I would do it too if any radio stations are listening. Come and hire your boy. I'm waiting. I'm available.
You never know, Bill, what could happen. You're doing well. Never know.
You never. It's right. You never know.
Look at send me Sonny. Let's talk tomorrow. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave you guys. All right.
Here's Frank. Shout out to Frank.
I look like him.
No, forget.
Little
I take
bit.
it back.
You shave your
Take that
head.
back.
I got to tell him to shave his head first. Then we'll put it side by side.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah, you go do what you got to do.
What part of the
Go have a
Bronx was
cigarette,
Sonny
not in
from?
bed.
Sonny, what part of the Bronx were you from?
230th and Broadway. And the rest of the family is up by Van Cortlandt Park and Crosby Avenue and Pelham Parkway.
You got to help me with my Patreon, Sonny, so I can get
Okay.
Patreon going. I get the hell off this app.
You want to get off this too?
Nah, I'm staying on YouTube. I don't care whether they pay me or not. I'm staying over here because it's even if you're not getting paid over here, it's still getting eyes on you. You're still getting your name out there. And listen,
you're
I'm not
building-
trying to be YouTube famous. I don't care about views or being YouTube famous. That's not my goal here. I have other goals, you know. If that was my goal, I'd be approaching it a little different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sonny. So when we were talking in the chat room earlier, I went to IMBD and looked you up, but it was your father.
That was my father. Yeah.
You're on IMDb, aren't you, Sonny?
Yeah. But you know what? They keep mixing the two of us together because we have the same name.
Yeah. When I was going through your background and for the interview we did, it kept popping your father up too, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And with my son too.
Stick to your gun, Staxx, 100%. I ain't going nowhere. Over here,
My father's
Staxx,
Salvatore Sonny
triggering so
Grasso.
many
I'm
rats,
Salvatore Sonny and my son. Triggering the rats.
triggering many rats. They're bad vodka sellers. Hey man, I'm just getting started. You guys know. But
Hey, I watched that show you sent me, Bill. Yeah, I think you sent it to me. What did you send me?
I don't know.
That from the the guy that was undercover for 30 years.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
haven't ever seen that guy before. I don't.
I never seen him before, but I seen the video that he showed. You
Yeah,
know,
He had a
with
guy
that
yeah.
McDonald.
undercover for 30 years.
He's with a
Yeah,
woman. Yeah, he was an FBI informant working. He was a cop without a badge. Pretty weird, right?
Yeah, very weird.
Working for the FBI without a badge. Matter of fact,
30
his
years.
name's Kevin. His name's Kevin. Hold on.
that's
His
very
name's
good.
Kevin. The name of his YouTube channel is FBI Informant Kevin Mayer.
No, that guy
That's the
sounds like
name
a
of his
fucking.
YouTube channel.
He sounds like a fucking whack job. I don't know. I'm not buying this one.
You want to see his? You want to see what it looks like? I'll show you. The FBI informant Kevin Mayer. That's him. That's his channel right here. And he was talking about Michael Francis.
Who's the
Calls
blonde?
out. Her father was killed by the guys in the mob, and she linked up with this guy, and they do a show together. I guess he's got 4,000 subscribers. They've been doing the channel since February of 2021. So about the same as me. They've been here longer than me, or a little less than me, I think.
Well, first of all, that blonde looks like a guy. Number one. Look at it. Pull that wig off his head. I think that's him.
He said, "Look at it."
He was undercover 30 years as a broad, giving blowjobs.
God.
And you got Roy at the end, huh?
He was really going in on Joey Merlino because Joey Merlino called Sonny Francis a rat.
Yeah, no, that was wrong. You're a rat,
Yeah, but
and your father's a rat. That's No,
yeah, but
was
he
wrong.
said
That
your
was not
father
cool.
raised rats. If he accepted you ratting, then he's just as bad as you. He said, but
doesn't
that's
matter.
his
You
son.
don't say that.
You know,
You don't.
it's a really different situation.
There's some people
His
that
son,
deserve, that kind of language, but Sonny Franchise didn't deserve that kind of.
he's a
kind of
stand-up
conduct.
guy, right? But he did
And he
raise
didn't.
rats.
And he didn't apologize for it. That's what he should have done.
He did
Molina.
raise rats, though.
Hmm?
Two of them. He did raise
Two of them.
two rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, two of them. But look, I knew Sonny very well,
Right.
and I had a lot of talks with him. I'd be with him. I can remember a Father's Day, and we were driving. We were going to the Bronx. His son Carmen lived in the Bronx, and Carmen's from his first marriage. And Sonny was in the front seat. I'm in the back, and Chris was driving. And Sonny was getting phone calls. He said, "This is my fucking right son. I'm not talking to him." But yeah, he did. Eventually he called.
Yeah, in private. Not
Yeah.
in front of everyone. He
You
probably didn't
know,
want no one to know. Persico was going to kill Michael. But then he paid
Yeah.
him. He paid him off.
Yeah. He says his words are, we came to an agreement, but
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, they came to an agreement, all right. He
I-
I didn't
paid
send
know-
nobody to jail. I didn't say nothing that hurt anybody. I just sat down and I had a conversation. That's all I did.
I just told him everything I knew. You
Well,
don't
look
think
at what you sent me. Send it to Sonny, because they do show a video with the FBI at the time, McDonald, okay, where he was
they do show a
interviewing.
guy. They do
All
show a
right,
guy
where he
who
says
went to prison.
no when they said the guy who co-wrote Michael's book. But it's there. You got to see it. It's been out there for a long time. This guy just brought it to more light.
Mhm.
But you should. Did you watch the whole thing, Bill?
No, not the whole thing. I watched.
Well, you got to watch the whole thing. Or fast forward and get to the point of he showed the video of McDonald talking about Michael, okay, and then you get the truth. But
the information he told the government, it had reverberation. It had a ripple effect. and I'm sure people went to prison because of some of the things Michael said, even though he didn't.
Yes. Yes.
Nah.
And that's what that guy brought out in his video. And some of the people who did go to prison.
Michael needs to admit it and admit that he made a mistake or that he did what he did. Just admit it, man. Don't try to cover it up with a lie because it makes him look really dumb.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, it's tough for him to do that now. He's been lying for so long.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's making,
What, now he's
you know,
gonna come clean?
He's making tons of money traveling all over the place, speaking to colleges, speaking to and plus
What
he's
does
got
he care?
his
What does
own
he
booze
care if the
thing going,
stand-up
right?
guys? What does he care if the stand-up guys respect him?
And people don't care no more.
No.
People don't care, but give a fuck.
Absolutely.
Look at Michael is good at what he does. He's got a million some odd subscribers,
That don't make you a man, though.
and he's out there speaking all the time. So he's doing
Right.
well. He's got
Yeah.
his wine. He's got his pizza places.
The wine, yeah. He owns a vineyard, right?
I don't know where the wine comes from. He's got a wine.
I know
All the
in
money in the world.
Napa Valley.
All the money in the world, all the subscribers in the world, all the views in the world doesn't make you a stand-up
Yeah.
guy. If you're lying and you're deceiving people, then I just don't think you're any good. And I don't care how many subscribers you got.
I'm sorry, I was reading Bo.
Just keeping it real.
Yeah.
S&S
Sonny knows
cheesecake
the
on
cheesecake.
238. 238. We had Stella Doro up there.
You guys
Every
would
morning,
take their
6:30.
families, kiddos on
Going
the
to school, you
street.
could smell the cookies from Stella Doro being made from the factory. Oh man.
Right? Some people would sell their integrity for a view on YouTube. I'm just not willing to do that. For
They do
any
it
amount of
now.
money. People do it. I know.
They make
left
believe
and
they
right.
have fake beefs. Listen,
Look at that guy, David Betta. He's got a huge. How big is he?
Patrick Beck David.
Patrick Beck David. Yeah.
A lot of people have a false facade though, because Sammy was coming out like he's got this big mansion and he's got drivers. He's living in a storefront, broke as hell, man. He doesn't have none of that.
No.
No, he doesn't have a whole bunch of money like people think. He's broke.
he's broke.
He's broke.
I don't know if Gerard
He lives in
and
a
his daughter,
storefront. He lives in a storefront. He doesn't even have a shower. He goes to a gym to take a shower.
I think that's what he wants people to believe. So
No, he doesn't want people to know that.
I don't believe that.
People know that.
Where did that come from? I do not
I'll tell
believe.
you after. I'll tell you after.
well, Lee
I know
Cole
it.
went to confront them,
Yeah, and guess where he met him at?
and
The
he met him at his
storefront.
storefront. Yeah, that's
He
true.
met him at the storefront where he lives. He tried to rent an apartment, right? They wouldn't let him rent an apartment because of his criminal record. They don't
Right.
want him in any apartment near there. They don't want to deal with him. So he got a storefront, someone else's name, and he lives there. Takes a shower at the gym.
I don't know. I think we got to take a road trip.
Or let's go. Let's go over there. I'm gonna send
We'll
you
go-
out of the car,
At
right?
the very least, we'll install a shower for.
I'm gonna say, Sonny, go knock, man. We're gonna go take care of the shower for Sammy. You go knock, and I'll be waiting in the car, right?
Yeah, we're serving with a no-knock
James-
shower.
James says, "No way." Yes, man. Believe
I
it.
find that hard to believe.
I find it hard to
True.
believe. I gotta be honest with you. Okay. I find it very hard to believe.
Believe it or not. Someone said, "I thought it was a storage unit." No, it's a storefront. There's a
That's
saying.
maybe-
I mean, you know what? You
I
walk
think
in the
that's-
storefront.
I think that's where he operates out of. I
Exactly.
guarantee he's got a home.
No,
You
he
come in the
sleeps there.
storefront. You go down these steps, right? You go through a long tunnel, and you come out into a fucking 20-bedroom mansion somewhere.
Yeah, $20 million mansion.
Yeah. 2 swimming pools.
that's
Yeah,
owned by his wife.
then he comes back out the storefront,
Yeah, like he's broke.
right? Like
Who knows, man?
like the Bat Cave.
I know he doesn't have all that money he claimed to have, because that last arrest that really fucked him up. If you watch his show, he'll even tell you. One of the brothers, right, that told on El Chapo, he was bugging them for $600. $600. Yeah.
That sounds like Ori's story from before. With Zimmerman.
He's like, I'm gonna have my daughter go meet you to give her the $600. Like, what? $600?
Man, he
It's
drove
true
his daughter.
story.
He drove his daughter crazy.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
If anyone got any information on Sammy in the storefront, let these guys know. Let these guys know it's the truth.
Whatever. Each his own.
That's
You
right.
know?
brother.
Hey, more power to him. I hope he opens a Verizon so he can get some money raking in.
I'm going to say good night now.
I appreciate
All right.
you guys, man.
All right,
Thank
take
you
care.
guys.
All right.
Buenas
Later,
noches.
Arrivederci.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. Great guy. So what you got planned this week, Sonny?
You put that picture. Well, tomorrow, what do we got? The vote. Every year you got to vote who's going to be on the fucking board over here. You know, that's the thing down in Florida. These HOAs, it's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, it's like a complex, right? You can't work on your car in the driveway and shit like
Yeah,
that
you
there.
can't do this. You can't do that. You know,
Fuck all that.
they're trying
man.
they're trying to put an end to masturbation Thursday. It's not right.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Well, yeah,
There's a snowstorm on the way here right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I said on my Patreon thing today, I just cannot in my head understand how it could be fucking snowing so close to the Canadian border up in Buffalo. You see the way they got killed? And at the same time, it was snowing so close to the Mexican border in Texas.
Yeah,
How does that happen?
I don't know. It's
The
weather is insane lately. Don't you agree?
I think they're doing something to it. Maybe it's all the bombing that's
100%,
going
man.
on. Who the fuck knows?
It's never been like this ever. It's snowing out here right now.
Nashville got 3 inches of snow. Alabama got 4 inches of snow. What the hell?
It's snowing all the way down in Louisiana right now. All the way
right now, yeah. And then
right now it's snowing in
where
New
my
Orleans.
son is the what you call it, the golf pro, the golf director, whatever it is.
Mississippi, Alabama, it's snowing. It's snowing in Georgia.
Listen to me.
That's crazy.
They got hit with 2 tornadoes today. He sent me a video of it, man. These things were fucking big.
Where, in Florida?
Yeah. Yeah. Right outside by Palm City. They got hit too. 2 of them touched down.
Look at that.
And there's the cold front.
Yeah,
that's
look at all that rain.
Yep.
Here's the rain. That's probably where the tornadoes came from.
Yep.
Right here. You could see this cursor, right?
Yeah. I don't know how you did that. That's what
Yeah,
this
this is
StreamYard
probably
is good.
from the tornadoes. Yeah, it's pretty good. A lot of people don't know how to use it, but see, we're getting nailed
with the
we're getting
pitches.
like 5 inches.
What, you are?
Huh?
That's what they're expecting by you?
Yeah, we're getting hit right now with 5 inches.
Really?
Yeah, it's snowing out right now. See it?
Oh, it's in New York too.
I live right there.
Wow, look at
Yeah,
that.
I live
color.
right there where the N in Connecticut. Yeah, it's snowing in New York right now.
Yep.
It's snowing all the way down to fucking look how far down it goes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Look at this
I got
shit.
friends in Texas.
It's all the way in Louisiana.
Look at that.
Yeah, no, I had a friend down there in Texas. James says my daughter in Port St. Lucie said it bad winds and rains. Yeah, I just showed you right here where this is probably it right here what went off
That's
the coast.
yeah.
Probably
It went
that.
right over Port St.
Port
Lucie.
St. Lucie. That's exactly where it is. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go
That's a
down
nice
to
little
Florida.
map.
I'm gonna be down there.
Look at this one
I'm
coming
gonna be
in
down there. This
over Tampa there.
right here.
Yeah, watch
Maybe
watch
it'll
as
hit
it comes
Chief
in.
Suckums. Maybe it'll
Chief
hit
Suckman.
Suckums. Yeah, I wonder
Gonna get our
where
cars.
his
We're
car
gonna get our
wash
cars
is, huh?
done.
He owns a car wash down there,
Oh,
right?
look at that! Holy shit! Yeah, we'll get our cars done.
Yeah.
9
Gotta
degrees.
come
Look at
down
this.
there.
9 degrees in Texas.
That's crazy, man.
That is unbelievable. Toronto, strong wind. Yeah. With snow. Wow.
Look, it's snowing in Louisiana right now. This is all snow. This
Yeah,
This
it's
is
snowing in
sleet right
Alabama
here.
too.
Yeah. Snowing in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this shit, man. That's crazy. It goes all the way up.
It's a big band.
That's insane. Goes all the way up to the fucking Canadian border almost, right?
Look at the chat. It's Bruno, 67. Bruno, he said the Florida Panhandle has a possibility of snow in the morning. Jesus.
That's crazy. Here, let's check it out. Yeah, probably over here by Mobile, right?
Mm-hmm. Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, probably is. It'll probably snow right here by Pensacola, Panama City. I gotta go down to Florida, man.
Oh my God, Panama City just got hit last weekend. Bad.
With what? Big storm?
Big storm and 3 tornadoes or 4 tornadoes.
And I saw a video with some crazy tornado whipping through a city, man. I was like, holy shit. I've never seen nothing like that in Florida. Usually no tornadoes hit Florida, right? Isn't that rare?
No, not really. But you know what? Last year, I'm out in the front. You know, we got these like catwalks in the front where you go in your front door. So I like to go out there and just relax and, you know, look at the buildings or whatever. And it was a storm coming. You could see it. And I'm looking at the clouds and I'm seeing they're starting to go in a circle. I'm like, wait a minute, and there it goes. And then all of a sudden I see the funnel coming down. I mean, it looked like it was like from here to the computer, but it was miles away. And it touched down 2.5 blocks from where I live. And I got in the car and went did a little. I always wanted to be a tornado chaser. You know those people that chase the tornadoes. I wanted to do that my whole life.
Here's a video of the tornado that hit
Today
in Bristol. It hit my town a while ago. This is a couple of years ago.
Really?
Hold on. Yeah, I got a video of it right here. This is the 4th one they hit, I guess. You can see it start forming.
I see it. I can say you can see it forming. Yeah, not George Foreman, but
What the hell is it?
I don't know. But I could see a broad getting dressed in that window over there.
I got caught. I almost got caught stealing a car in this neighborhood, man. This guy caught me in his car. I'm gonna tell that story down the road. That's just a damn rainstorm. Where's the tornado at?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't see no.
Look about 2-3 o'clock. It looked like it was starting to form there.
Yeah, that's probably it right there, straight ahead, right?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I want to see destruction. No, there was a crazy one in 2011 that ripped through Connecticut and went up to Springfield. Insane, man. And we don't get weather like that around here.
No. Well, that's
Very
the problem when
rare.
you're surrounded by water. So, but yeah,
Here, I'll show you. Here's a picture of some of the damage that it did. There was trees down and
Bristol?
everything. Yeah, there was trees down, power lines, all that shit. Usually stuff like that doesn't happen around here. But hey, times are changing. I think they're like seeding the clouds and doing all this crazy shit with the weather.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Wow.
Look at that roof; it's ripped right off. It
Yeah.
went right up to Springfield, Mass, and ripped a hole right through. They ripped the trees out, everything. It was insane.
It's scary shit. Things you don't have control over, for me anyway, scares me the worst.
Yeah, but down there's a lot of trailers and shit, right? They'll get picked up and
Yeah.
flung.
Right.
There's
You
not a
can't
lot of
like
houses,
they
right?
tell you get prepared for it. There's no basements in Florida because it's it's a peninsula, so
Yeah.
there's no basement. So where are you gonna go? Oh, lay in the bathtub and have everything fall on top of you in the bathtub. No.
Yeah, lay in the bathtub and take a ride when you
Yeah,
goes fly.
exactly.
You better get a seatbelt installed in your bathtub, man. That'd be a good
I
idea.
put on my Superman costume when I stand on the roof. Fuck it.
Yeah, just fly right through the middle of it.
Yeah.
Grab it.
If it blows me off, that's okay.
Some people are right in the path of all that destruction. It's
And
crazy.
they never move. I never get that part, but
even after it hits, right? Hits their neighbors and everything, they stay there. Mickey, what's going on, man? Get a boat. Get on a boat. It doesn't matter. A tornado's gonna whip a boat right out of water, so fling it down the road.
Yeah, 2 years ago when that hurricane hit the West Coast down in Florida. Terrible.
James says, I'm gonna be going in February. I'll buy you dinner.
There you go.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you taking the time coming on here.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I just got out of the shower, lay down. I was going to relax. So
I got an interview dropping with the full interview with Randy Couture. That's going to be dropping. The full interview with Pat Miletich. Then I got Bobby Hits. There's another one I got with Jacob Stitch Duran. So there's a lot on the way. Yeah, you know who Stitch Duran is, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about there's this kid. I interviewed him the other day.
Hey guys, I'm Matt Ryan. I'm a May fighter out of Chicago, Illinois, and I'm here chatting with Staxx.
Kid's a beast, man.
He really is.
Yeah, and then I got this one.
This is Bobby Hits, and I'm chatting with Staxx.
A lot of great interviews on the way.
And then we got to finish me up.
Yeah, we got to get you on again. 100%. People been asking about it.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh, look what we're doing here. We can do this once a month, me and you.
Yeah.
You know?
We already did it, twice this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a week ain't even over. It's all good, man.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I had a good time with you guys tonight. It's always good to have you guys come on. Yeah, make sure if you want to help me out. I'm trying to get a new laptop. If you want to donate towards the cause, you can hit up my Cash App, Chattin with Staxx. And hopefully I can get a new laptop because this one is running like shit.
See, damn it, Mandy said.
You guys.
See, Dammy Mandy says donate if you can because his computer is full of shit.
Yeah, it's full of shit. It's full of shit, man. It's because of this. Boom! Don't pull out your dollars just yet.
You crack me up.
I appreciate you, man. I got a good show dropping tomorrow morning. Stay tuned. It's about to get crazy.
Okay, brother.
He's going to fix it for you. How do we get to appear as a guest on your show? Just email me. The email is if you want to be a guest on the show, Just hit me up at my email or hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. All the links are in the description of the video.
Yeah, what is it? Bill Staxx 2021, I think, right?
Yep.
At Gmail. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Staxx
There it is.
2021 at Gmail, or you can go to Facebook. You can go to Instagram. On Instagram, it's Bill Staxx 2021, or Facebook, it's Bill Staxx. And the links are in the description of this video. If you want to be a guest, just hit one of the links and send me a message. I'll go check the message requests and we'll get it linked up. I got a lot of interviews lined up for tomorrow. Some major mob guys coming on because I know you guys love that type of content. I got a non-cooperator coming on tomorrow and the next day. And these are new people that you have not seen before.
Yeah.
So you guys will be surprised. Bring some fresh faces to the mix. And these people have not cooperated and they're going to tell their story. So you guys will see what
that
that's
should
all
be
about.
interesting.
Yeah.
That should be very interesting.
Yeah, these guys were serious, real deal. And they were in the mix just like all these other guys. They went to prison. They did their time. Now they're out. They changed their life and they're going to tell their story. And they didn't have to cooperate to do it.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
That's
all right,
possible,
brother.
You know? Well, thank you, man. I hope you have a great night.
You too.
And, I'll be talking to you soon.
Absolutely.
Thanks, bro.
Ciao.
Later. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate all you guys. And if you like this content, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this content, too fucking bad. Start your own podcast. And remember, don't be a bitch.